Wrestlingus Show. Here we back, boy. Wrestlingus Show. Fuck those we ignore. Wrestlingus Show. Too hard for the meat. Wrestlingus Show. On the air every week.
It's the Wrestlingus Show. This is where you get weekly, bi-weekly. We got a big gay show. It's bi-weekly, Faust. Sometimes tri-weekly, depending on a pay-per-view. We give you AEW's review, and we give you WWE's review in separate. I'm Cab Manning. I'm from the Lingus Mafia podcast, as you well know, and I am with Mr. Fausty Walnuts.
Heyo.
So, as you know, go sign up. You want to win merchandise. You want to win signed stuff. Patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. As low as $5 gets you in. We're going to be doing that first drawing no matter what. Christmas week, even if we do not have the 40 people who signed up. So if you sign up and we're still not at 40, you are in the drawings. Go to Lingus Mafia, at Lingus Mafia, and look at our pin tweet. You will see all of the merchandise that is there and signed. And I could show the people who are on our Godfather Plus tier, because it is Video Faust, what I have just gotten this week. This is not part of the giveaway, but I thought they would like to see something I got. Now this is in the giveaway. We do have a WWF turnbuckle, as you could see on the at Lingus Mafia, right? So I got a turnbuckle, but it is signed by Bret the Hitman Hart, if you could see up there.
Look at that.
Beautiful, isn't that?
It's nice.
Nice fucking, look at the size of that. It's like a pillow. Like, it looks like a cushion. That's why I was like, it wasn't what I expected when I saw it. You see the holes on it for tying it up. So it bends and folds to it, but that was signed by old Bret this last weekend, and got the sticker and everything on it.
Somewhere George the Animal Steel is getting hungry looking at that.
I thought you were going to say getting hard looking at that.
He's getting hungry.
Yeah, that one is going to be shipped out to Billy Body when he puts in work and starts plugging this show. Then it's going there. Until then, guess who keeps it? So I want that Conan show fucking plugged. Hey, my boy had the Wrestlingus show. You could check it out here and blah, blah, blah. So also, if you are listening to this show on the Dirty Sheets, you're going to get very little of this show. We've decided the complete show this week is going to be released in for the free birds. And that will be at Lingus Mafia's what do you say, podcast service that's free, Faust, right?
On the podcast feed, Anywhere you get your podcast, just look for the Lingus Mafia podcast feed. Yeah,
type in Lingus Mafia into your podcast search, and this show will be there for free. On the Dirty Sheets, you will only get a little piece of it. So go over to Lingus Mafia if you want the complete show. Normally, obviously, the complete show is at patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. So here and there, we'll give you a little piece to put out, for the free birds to let you see what's going on with us. And this will be interesting to see if we put any asses in the seats, Faust, because I don't know if I have punchlines after punchlines for this SmackDown and Raw, or if I was just aggravated during this SmackDown and Raw. But as you see, Faust, I have on my AEW zip-up hoodie. Very
shill,
fucking
shill.
SAWFT fucking shit. Like it's one of those nice soft fucking shit. I was like,
soft.
Beyond fantastic. I said, this is a good, comfortable thing. I'm so disgusted by WWE. I would have never, Faust, 20 years ago.
I was going to say, you would have never owned a WCW hoodie.
Never in a zillion years would I have. Now I look back and go, I wish I could have enjoyed WCW when it was going on. There was something else at the same time when WWF was falling on face. But meanwhile, even when they were bad then, it was better than what we're getting now. I feel it was still better. Do you think it was...
At least they had stars. That's the difference, too. Now I feel like there's a couple. You got Roman, but after that, it's like...
I mean, Roman's that other level, which is very... it's like another world, and then here you go, everyone else. Maybe that's why I enjoy SmackDown, because other than... If he was... God forbid, I think now, because before you go, if he got hurt, it'd probably help him. He'd be gone for a while. If he got hurt now, I'd be like, oh my God, no. What are we going to fucking do?
I was going to bring this up later, but fuck it, I'll bring it up now since we kind of hinted at it. So yeah, you got Roman who's above everybody, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, how long you think he'll still be like the top guy? 5 more years?
At least I would think. I mean,
Okay,
I try to
let's
think
say
that was
this.
Cena too. Yeah.
Who will be main eventing WrestleMania, say, in 5 or 6 years?
I don't think they're
say
there.
Roman's done, but who can you possibly see that's on the roster
Right
now?
now, I can't see anything.
Exactly.
That's why I'm
That's
like,
what I mean. I'm like, who is there?
yeah. And what's funny in AEW, you see a line that goes down, you know, and I mean everybody's looking down the road to MJF, you know,
Right.
and that's for more just character because of him getting to a place by talking shit or whatever. So it brings you there. You don't need to be that biggest and baddest and this and that. It's the story that takes you to the place anyway that gets you there. So
if you're listening and have any ideas,
Please
and
tell
want to
us.
suggest some names,
you know who it's going to be?
email us. You can email us lingusmafia@gmail.com or tweet us at Lingus Mafia.
It's going to be another Austin. Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the guys. I think he could be there. And if they don't fuck up, I already forgot his name. Braun Breaker.
Oh, you see, I wouldn't know. I'm
Steiner
not
down
watching.
there.
I wouldn't watch the NXT, even though I should probably watch War Games, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
That's always fun to do. I don't know. Is Gargano's contract up or is he negotiating?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing that extra couple
That's the
days,
one where
right?
his contract is up, but he signed like a week or two extension or whatever just so he can do that.
I wonder. Do you think he is like, fuck this then?
I think he's gone.
Wee. Jesus Christ. And him, of all people, is the equivalent to me because the guy jerked off to WWE for his whole life. And for him to be like, that's enough. I mean, yeah, unless you're getting that fortune, you go, well, why? And I think over at AEW, you have input on a story. You have the input on a lot of stuff because I don't think Tony knows what it's like. I think he sits with these guys and they go, how about this,
Tony's
this?
Booker of the Year.
There you go. True life because he just listens. How about that? He sits there and goes, what do you want to do? They talk about it. He goes, that sounds good or no, come up with something else. But I don't think he goes, how about this whole story? I think here and there he has an idea to,
I'm
the
sure
same as we would. You know, you go, what about this?
But he's
And
more open to shit. He's
100
not
times more open. And I think they're not scared to talk to the guy. Where I think you'd be
it's
afraid
not an
to
audience
say,
of one over there.
yeah, and where I think you'd be afraid to tell Vince that idea sucks. Where I think you could tell that to Tony. I don't know if anybody'd say it. I mean, it's just rude, but there's a way of saying it. Of course, just be like, I don't think that's any good.
What if we do?
Yes. How about instead, one of these things. So let's start off with SmackDown, the better show, Faust, as they say, the A show, which is always funny because, it has become now clockwork that SmackDown loses Survivor Series. And I think it is because, and I've said this each time, I think it is because they know SmackDown is so much better, they need Raw to look good. So they make them, oh, look, they must be better. Yeah. They won the fake matches that we told them to win. Where you go, it's the storylines are still better over there. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I would really like to know is who the fuck is in charge of SmackDown? And I believe everything goes through Vince on both shows. No.
Yeah.
So what the
sure,
fuck?
Yeah.
Unless it's Vince and Bruce going, we're writing this whole thing. You guys write the other thing, run it past me. If there's something that I'm totally against, I'll say something. Otherwise, I don't care. Is that, I mean, it's drastically different. It's a drastically different show. And I'm terrified, God forbid, if Roman went to Raw.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that would resurrect it or fucking kill him. I mean, thank God it's a network television show because Fox is they're like, we got to please the true network.
Oh, yeah, they got to keep the number one guy on there, yeah.
Yeah, so Kayla's in the ring and she says she's hearing a rumor that Brock's suspension is being lifted. Paul and Roman show up and say, these are rumors. Nothing's true. You got to prove it. You got to, have a source.
Not a real journalist.
What's wrong with you? And so she slinks away, and they're just like, this isn't true. Okay.
I know there was they were starting to get a Kayla chant as she was leaving. It was Kayla. And then all of a sudden it was, we want Brock.
Yeah.
We want Brock.
It is funny that Kayla has now been thrust into the. It was Renee.
She's the Renee role.
Charlie.
The Charlie. No,
You see some of those Charlie pictures on WWEP porn on Twitter?
No.
You haven't seen her in the fucking bikini shits? It's funny because it's
your favorite color?
100%. She's like this. Oh, checking my phone or something. It's like she's on the phone, but she's posing for like she's like that. Oh, she does a Jack Black. Fucking E equals MC. Oh, were you videotaping me in my glory? I didn't know. Sorry. I'm like, fuck.
This is candid, I swear.
Yeah, I'm like, just say, look at me. I'm fucking good. I would have more respect if they actually had that underneath. Said, fuck, I'm good looking. I don't need to say what's your favorite color. Just look at me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is a good Twitter. WWE, the letter P, porn. If you don't know. And that's like they'll have the nip slips there, or they'll just have the hot pictures of whoever there and all that.
Oh yeah, there's one they just posted of her on the beach.
Yeah, it's always in Jamaica or something. That's where she's been. So she's mud sharking in Jamaica.
Mud shark fishing.
Drew and Jeff Hardy versus. I make that sound like they're married, Faust. Drew and Jeff Hardy. Billy and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre and Jeff Hardy versus Corbin and the Mad Hatter.
Cares.
Here's my note for this, Faust. You ready? Exactly. Otherwise, I usually will have a note for a match if I just, who cares, you know? Didn't Jeff say when he got drafted over to SmackDown, do you remember him saying,
he's going to, yeah.
I'm looking forward to making new friends on SmackDown. So what show was Drew on before? Oh, okay. And didn't Hardy have a whole feud with Corbin about him being a drunk driver?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to another feud with the same fucking. I'm looking forward to new and fun experiences. Great. Who gives a shit? Kayla in the back being harassed by Paul. She says, or Paul was like, you need to have proof by the end of tonight, or you're getting fired, or at least that's what I think. You know, I'm like, there wasn't even I'm like, okay, so that wasn't said though by authority, but okay, that's fine. I always think when Paul's this close talking, I imagine her going, his fucking cigarette breath is fucking killing me. Because you look at the bottom, and he's going like this with his teeth all the time. So I'm like, he does a Charlie Casserly when he talks. He talks with only bottom teeth, and they're all shit at the bottom because of that fucking smoking. Yeah, and he's like, brah, and you're like, oh, I bet you smell like fucking gefilte fish and cigarettes, Faust. I bet you.
Yeah, bagels and locks.
Bagels, lock, gefilte fish, and cigarettes. That's a Jeopardy question. What smells like gefilte fish, bagels, locks, and cigarettes? What is Paul Heyman's breath? Yes, for 100. Cesaro versus Josh Holland. Good to see they're pushing this Holland as we see him for the first time. He gets pinned clean. Is this his second match or his first? I think it might be his first.
I think it's his first on the main roster, yeah.
Or was he there before? Has he just been in the back? Yeah, and so I'm like,
he's just been in the back sucking off Cesaro, right?
Yeah,
I mean Sheamus.
Yeah, which is great.
The other way.
I'm like, that's all he's doing. Yeah, he sucks off Sheamus. That's his character. Let me suck you off.
He's a fanboy.
Oh my God. So yeah, let's push this guy. Whoops, you lost your first match. Welcome.
On a roll up.
Faust, this match is called a Thanksgiving leftovers throwdown. Fuck. I go, what are you doing to my show? I go, oh, Vince must have been in charge of the show this week. Boogs versus Angel Garza. So they have tables with leftovers around the ring, Faust. Yeah. They're not fresh.
To have
they're
their annual Thanksgiving gimmick match where somebody's going to end up with food on them.
Yeah.
Usually great.
Now this, I pop, Faust. And like I say, Faust, fair, tough, but fair. Tough, but fair.
Let me guess.
Okay, go. Yes, go ahead.
Is it when Humberto was playing the guitar?
I fucking shit myself, Faust. the fucking the bump because he gets his leg just kicked and he fucking flips.
Nakamura just kicks him and he just flies backwards. Takes a nice bump.
It was the greatest bump ever. I was like, oh, I fucking pop out loud. I fucking laughed. To hear the rest of this show and for free, check out your iTunes or wherever you get your podcast and just type in Lingus Mafia. This entire show will be there this week for free. Otherwise, go to patreon.com/Lingus Mafia and get entered in the Great Wrestlingus raffle giveaway. All you got to do is sign up. It's $5. Go check out our pin tweet at Lingus Mafia on Twitter. See what all the fuss is about. See you over there.